Here's a video tutorial of how to access your reading activities for this week and a tutorial of them. Click on your reading class. So if you're in my homeroom, it'll be this one. If you're in Peterson's homeroom, this one. Alright, so when you first open it, you see our post. I posted here an agenda of what you should be doing each day. This will help keep you on track. So for today, Monday, you should watch the video tutorial that I'm currently making. And then you're going to read 238 through 241 and 243. This is going to be in the file before answering the questions in the assignments tab. So you first have to go to the file, okay, here's this week, 427 through 5/1, click on that. Okay, analyzing accounts of the same topic. I'm going to go through this and we'll stop. Sorry, it's hard to do with one hand. It's still loading. Alright, I'm going to start reading it. Analyzing accounts of the same topic. Our learning target, we're going to analyze 2 or more accounts of the same topic. Will help you better understand different points of view about that topic. So the whole point of this lesson is you're going to have to identify what is the topic and how do the characters feel or think about that topic. What is their point of view? And you're going to compare their point of view. Is it the same? Is it different? What does one person think versus what the other person thinks? Read an account. Is something written or told about an event or topic? An account is told from the author's point of view and shows what he or she thinks and feels about that event or topic. When you read 2 or more accounts about the same event or topic, analyze, close study, each author's point of view to tell how the accounts are similar and different. In the cartoon below, what points of view do the man and the boy have about what is happening? Circle any details that suggest each person's point of view. Alright, in this file, this is only for you to read him. You will answer the questions in the assignments tab. The assignments tab will have multiple questions, multiple assignments for this one packet. Okay, so it will be separated into 2. I'm going to go over the first section, therefore you won't have an assignment tab for the first section. Okay, so in this cartoon, I see that this man is saying something. This is a speech bubble. I'm glad to get rid of this ugly tree. The boy, he has a thought bubble. I love climbing that tree. So there you can see that they have 2 different points of view. Both of those texts and thoughts help us to identify that about them. Consider what you've learned so far about analyzing different accounts of the same topic or event. Complete the point of view organizer below. So we know that the event that's happening is the tree is being cut down. Details about the man's point of view. How he looks. Okay, I'm looking at him. He looks happy. All right, what he says, I'm glad to get rid of this ugly tree. So to put that together, his point of view about cutting down the tree is he's happy that he's getting rid of the tree. Details about the boy's point of view, how he looks. If you look at him, he looks sad or a little bit upset. Okay, what he thinks that he loves climbing that tree. So we know that his point of view is he's sad that the tree is being cut down because he loved to climb the tree. All right. Here is 2 articles, okay, 2 journal entries about the same event. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not 2, excuse me. Okay, here we have the genre. It's a historical article or a journal entry. Okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, so I'm thinking it's Zebulon Pike in the Source of the Mississippi by George Chester. Whenever you get to the read section, yours is going to look a lot longer. You'll be comparing multiple sources or text or articles. All of those things mean the same, okay? You're going to first read through it one time. The second time you read it, you're going to look at the closed reader habits and follow those directions. If you do this and go over the closed reader habit, it will help you with answering the questions that are provided under assignments. All right. In August 1805, Zebulon Pike and a group of men left St. Louis, Missouri to explore the little-known Missouri River. Their mission: find the river's source, which is where it begins. Pike and his men traveled north along what will become the border of Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. A pleasant autumn gave way to a brutal winter, and Pike and his men suffered horribly. But on February 1st, the expedition reached Lake Sang Sue, also called Leech Lake. Believing he had found the source of the Mississippi, an exhausted but overjoyed Pike claimed victory. But the truth is that Pike had failed. Later, explorers discovered that the Mississippi's true source is Lake Itasca, roughly 25 miles west of Leech Lake. Pike's expedition was a disaster, a brutal 2,000-mile trip made in ice and snow for nothing. Okay, so that first read is a cold read just to give me an idea of what's happening, struggle through the text a little bit with these new words, and then now I'm going to figure out what I'm looking for. When you read the accounts, underline phrases or sentences that show the point of view each author expresses about Pike's expedition. Okay, so since we can't underline, what I suggest you do is you take your mouse, okay, and you're going to highlight for yourself the things that you would underline. Get a scratch piece of paper and write down those things that you choose to highlight. This again will help you to answer the questions in the assignments tab after reading. Okay, so again, I'm looking for phrases or sentences that show the point of view of each author. Okay, so I'm going to reread and highlight those. I'm going to switch computers so I can show you what I did. Again, you cannot highlight this, okay? But this is what should have been highlighted and written down in your journal. Okay. In August 1805, Zebulon Pike and a group of men left St. Louis, Missouri to explore the little-known Mississippi River. Their mission, find the river's source. Okay, that is the event, right? The thing that was happening. So in the previous one, the event was the man was cutting down the tree. In this source, the event is that they're trying to find the Mississippi River's source. Okay. Also, the point of view, believing he had found the source of the Mississippi, an exhausted but overjoyed Pike claimed victory. Okay, so that tells you his thoughts, how he felt. Okay, his thought was that he found the source of the Mississippi. He felt exhausted but overjoyed. Overjoyed means more joyful. Okay, so he was super excited because think about this. This was a long trip, right, that they were traveling in the snow, and it was a brutal winter, they said. Okay. He claimed victory, meaning that he felt like he had found the source. Victory over that. Pike's expedition, so this is the next person speaking, was a disaster. So even though Pike felt overjoyed, right, and that he had a victory, this person says it was a disaster. A brutal 2,000-mile trip made in ice and snow for nothing. They say it's for nothing because this person discovered that the Mississippi's true source was Lake Itasca. I don't know how to say that. Okay? And it was 25 miles west of where Pike originally believed it to be. Okay? So that's how you do the reading with the closed reader habits. Then you will scroll down. Okay? You can scroll down to look at the questions. Mine looks a little bit different. Again. So let me use that one. Okay. On here, so I just did this one. Now we have questions to answer. Okay. You're going to use what we underlined. This is the part that you're going to complete. You're going to read these sources. I believe in this one it is 3 or 4. So here's the first source. From Village Life in America. You could see it's only one paragraph right here. Okay, that's the first source. The second source, U.S. Marshal Arrest Anthony, and it's about 3 paragraphs. So you're going to read through those. You're going to go back. You're going to use your closed reader habit. Okay, what does Caroline Richards think about Anthony's ideas? You'll reread her journal. You're going to underline one sentence that hints at Richard's point of view. Make sure you're reading about Richard's point of view. I see that in the title where the author is, her last name is Richards, so I'm going to assume, I'm going to look in here, find out what does this author think or say about Anthony's ideas. Okay, so we know that this is going to be about Susan B. Anthony. Both of these articles, right? The next one from Rochester Union and Advertiser. Okay, that's another little editorial or a speech. The next one from On Women's Rights to Vote by Susan B. Anthony. Ooh, so this one's written by Susan B. Anthony herself. These are written by other people talking about Susan B. Anthony. Okay, so you'll read through these two, go through the closed reader habits, write it down on a piece of paper to help you, because this will help you to answer the following questions. What do the editorial writer and Anthony think about whether a woman trying to vote is a crime? Reread the editorial and the speech. Underline sentences that express their point of view. Remember, point of view is what someone thinks and feels about an event or a topic. Okay, so this event or topic, I'm assuming, is going to be something about voting and if that's a crime. These questions here, again, you cannot write on the file. So I will make a quiz in assignments for you to answer these questions. Okay, so there'll be one with all of these questions. Okay. Then there'll be another one about these articles here, starting on page 244. So I would start your reading today on page 238, reread this, 2 journal entries, a journal entry and a news article. Go back and do the closed reader habit, write down what you would underline on a piece of paper, continue reading about the same event, read the editorial and the speech, go back, do the closed reader habit, anything that you would underline or any notes that you want to make, write on a separate piece of paper. Then you're going to close out of this. Okay, you're going to go to assignments. And here, I will post the questions for each of those sources. They'll be here. Okay, I haven't posted them yet, so give me a few minutes to do that. Remember, you need to complete all of this work here before Friday for progress reports. Please message me on my Google phone. Let me know who you are, and I will try my best to help you. I hope you guys have a great week. Work hard. Go back in the text. So again, if you say this was the one that we were just going over, the questions for it, click on it. Okay, click on the lesson. This is not the lesson for that file. I'm just showing you as an example. Okay. You need to, what I suggest, before you answer these questions, why don't you open another tab up here, log back in to your team so you can have one tab with the file, which is going to take me a second to show you that, but have one tab with the file of the text and the other one with the questions it's asking you. And it's like flipping the page. So you can have the story here and then go back and answer the questions. So you can use the text to help you to answer your work. Okay? Make sure you do that. Don't just guess. Use your notes that you wrote on a side piece of paper for the closed reader habits. Go back in the text by opening up a tab up here to re-sign in to your team and open up one for file and one for the assignment. Again, message me on my Google phone if you have any questions, and have a fabulous week. Bye.